It's like this color right here.
Spot up here, like probably edge it on right here.
I'm trying to get it. I don't think my clips wanted to stay. I think it's too big. Let's see. Oh, let's see.
Let me see if there's one or even better, you could probably clip it into somebody's wire. Just make sure it's nice and tight.
Yeah. There we go. It's always a game, a puzzle. See there, let's see.
I think that's one for he's working his volunteer. That's not yeah. Yeah, that's what you heard. They can have I'll play golf. We'll eat that now and go inside. You just move it up to 3:30. That's all we have. Project manager for our building. 1-3 might not. He knows what he's doing. He does a good job. It could interfere, but I don't have to talk to him all the time. We have the capability of working with our economy right now. This is included. You're supposed to, you said he's on. Salvation Army chapter, you should be in
I wouldn't work here. I know you're about a professional. But you get crazy ass work, aren't you? I know. It was like 40 feet.
Be there right after y'all start.
I've done that. But usually, we go ahead and get started. This was like 40 feet. I had a hard time getting up there. All right, y'all want to get started. He's on the way. He said, so he comes in and he's showing some stuff. He said, let's get started. He'll come in and then we'll go ahead and talk. Yes, but I want to answer questions. I'm doing all the talking as usual. As usual. Yeah, I'm not sure. Folks, how do y'all want us positioned behind us? Does it matter for y'all?
Let's go like that.
Can y'all be seen? Good afternoon. My name is Paul Matthews. I'm the Aiken County Emergency Management Director, and I am here with our partner and response agencies that are standing behind me. We wanted to bring you up to date on our preparedness operations and what we have been doing to prepare for this winter weather, and also some safety tips. So our emergency management staff and our local and state partners have been monitoring this winter weather system for days now and planning accordingly. We participated in a statewide conference call this morning with South Carolina Emergency Management Division and other response partners for coordination and planning purposes. Following this morning's conference call, we held an additional planning session with EOC staff. These daily coordination calls and planning meetings will continue throughout this event. To the public, if you've not started preparing for this event, you need to start now. We're absolutely concerned about the potential for impacts to travel, so we're asking the public to stay off of the roads once this event occurs. We're encouraging you to shelter at home and to be prepared for the possibility of the loss of electrical utility and other utilities. As stated by weather personnel, don't let your guard down with this system. It can change rapidly. The event is expected to be followed by very cold weather on Monday, so we could have prolonged impacts into next week. So for some preparedness information, you can see on the screen here, we have the South Carolina Winter Weather Guide. That is available at scemd.org. It's on the homepage for their website. We're also concerned about generator safety. Every year we hear about carbon monoxide poisoning, so we encourage people not to put generators into enclosed spaces, keep them well away from windows and doors. As far as open flames go, we're concerned obviously about candles and house fires. We encourage flashlights over candles. You need to ensure that you have operational smoke detectors in your home, and it'd be a good idea also to have a fire extinguisher if you do not have one. We found out during Hurricane Helene that there were some communications issues, so we encourage everyone to have an AM/FM radio with battery backup power as a redundant way to receive emergency communications and news should you lose your cell phone service. We also have a code red system that you can register for. It is for winter weather as well as other hazards. So we strongly encourage you to join that and also to follow us on social media. As you can see on the screen, we have QR codes to be able to register for both of those. Again, we expect the roads to be icy. As little as a few hundredths of an inch of ice can impact travel, especially on overpasses and bridges, so we encourage the public to stay off of the roads. We do have 2 shelters available coming up. So one is Friendship Baptist Church at 124 Clearmont Drive in Belvedere. It will open at noon on Saturday. And also the Salvation Army shelter at 604 Park Avenue is also available. We are also looking at other potential sheltering operations if needed. Any questions?
I think one thing that people want to know is if there, obviously we're wanting people to stay off these roads, especially if there's even a modicum of ice on there, because it's incredibly dangerous. But if there is a very good reason, obviously if there's an emergency, they want to wait for, first responders, but if there's some reason that they have to get on the road for some reason, what do you want to say to the people who might have to do that? What's the safest way to drive if you absolutely, there's no other choice?
Sheriff, you want to answer that question?
Well, if they have no other choice, obviously, if they can stay on the main roads as much as possible instead of the secondary roads, and just take your time, drive extremely slow, and have patience. People seem to lose their patience in a situation like this. So, I would say that's the main thing. Just keep calm and be patient, but stay on the primary roads, not the secondary roads, because that's what will be worked on first to get the ice off of.
What kind of prep, if there's anything you guys can answer on this, what kind of prep has been done or will be done on some of these roads, especially the bridges, to mitigate some of the ice that accumulated?
We will have South Carolina Department of Transportation in our briefing tomorrow. They were not available today, so we'll get a better idea on that. But the county operation for roads and bridges has told us they're already prepping for that. So we have already got that underway. Same for the city.
And for those individuals that do have to travel, what items do you recommend they keep with them in their cars should they have to get stranded?
Well, you know, a lot of people do have a go pack. Obviously, they need to have blankets. Sleeping bags would be a good thing to have. Some food, short duration food, and water primarily. And obviously a way to recharge cell phone communications devices.
What preparations should people be making for their homes with the freezing temperatures coming and potential ice? I mean, are we looking at potential for, we're looking at potential for trees to come down with wind gusts and this, the heavy ice accumulation, even just a little is pretty heavy. How should people be preparing?
For their homes, well, obviously they need to make sure that the pipes are wrapped, that they drip water, especially looking at the temperatures Sunday and Monday, possibly into Tuesday, to make sure their pipes don't freeze. We have been sending out quite a bit of information on our social media. Actually, the National Weather Service had informational pipes and pets that we sent out earlier. So I would encourage people to look also at the National Weather Service website for additional information for preparedness.
One more, if there is an emergency and folks do need to call 911, it's not likely going to take, as short of time as it normally would. So what do you want folks to know about, response times and such if this happens, if there's an emergency?
Good question. Of course, we want to be able to get there to help whatever that situation may be, whether it's a fire, a medical issue, or a police issue. So have a little bit of patience, but give as much information as you can, and we'll try to expedite getting to the scene. But if we have an accident or are able to get onto a roadway, of course, that is going to hinder some response times.
What are you guys most concerned about as far as safety goes for folks during this? And, you had one piece of advice to really drive home to folks about preparing and staying safe. What would that be?
So for us, the biggest worry is if we have an extended power outage. Just make sure you're prepared. Make sure you have blankets. Make sure you have a way to stay warm. And don't sacrifice safety for the convenience of staying warm. Like he was talking about with the open flame earlier, continue to use the flashlight. That way you can maintain safety. Don't make a bad situation worse.
So one of the things you guys always say, especially when it comes to space heaters, is don't use an extension cord. But in this case, if power goes out, you're not going to be able to plug those space heaters. And if there's no fireplace, you can't plug those into the wall. You're going to have to, in order to stay warm, you're going to have to use, if you have a space heater, an extension cord. What is the safest way to go about that to make sure that you're not going to overheat that extension cord and cause a house fire?
The biggest thing to remember about space heaters is make sure you keep that distance. You don't want to get so close as it gets colder, move the space heater close to you, because if you get something too close to it, it's going to catch fire. So make sure you maintain that distance.
Thank you.
2:30. We're just
Okay.
going upstairs to.
Okay.